Hello guys, Vengeancer here, giving you another Last Chaos video. So I'm currently swapping between Black Desert and Last Chaos for the MMO RPGs that I'm playing. I've been doing a lot of fishing in Black Desert recently, so that means that I've been actively playing Last Chaos. Now my main character is a Night Shadow. It's almost level 102. But I'm having to go about things a little unorthodoxly because, well, the game has changed a lot. And I've kind of hinted at how I'm doing that in my previous videos, but I have a strategy. So this guy, I talk about him quite a bit. He helps me quite a lot with getting this cube buff. It lasts for a couple hours, like 2 hours 20 minutes. And what happens is it allows me to hit deadlies and gives me a massive attack buff. Well, I've been getting him to help me put it on my Titan, which is this character here. Titans are... I've always liked Titans, but they're relatively weak. Their magic defense is awful. Their magic evasion is pretty bad too. So these things hit me pretty hard, and they're not even that high level monsters. I've got fairly decent gear for this Titan as well. Not fantastic, but decent. But I have him in this guild, and I have his experience locked. You can see I'm gaining 1 XP per kill. And if I get in a party, that'll actually go down to 0. I won't get any XP. But I'm locking him at level 91. I should have locked him at 90, but I'm locking him at 91 so I can farm these monsters indefinitely. And if I get too high and I start to where I'm leveling up, I'll just let the monsters kill me a few times to reduce my XP. Right, so this Titan, he's doomed to fight these forever and never level up. Until I get my Night Shadow to a place where I can fight higher level monsters and I no longer need this Titan. And then he'll just stay where he's at. But I have to have a certain amount of gold to be able to play the game. These little magic totems are a necessity for me right now. And I kind of explained those. They heal you when you're near them. That's what that little yellow column that goes over my character every little bit is. And until I get life steal or HP absorption accessories on my Night Shadow, I have to buy these things. They're 200,000 gold a piece, and I need a way to farm gold. So that's what I'm doing now. I kill these monsters, I get gold. There's currently an event going on where every monster has a chance to drop boosters. Experience boosters, gold boosters, and item drop boosters, and skill point boosters. And these boosters last for 1 kill, and they times 4 for the skill and the... oops, I about clicked on that big dragon. I don't want to fight the big dragon. He's level 95, and he does a lot of magic damage. Anyway, the skill point and the experience boosters times 4 your skill or XP. And look, that one dropped a skill point booster as well. So there is the description on that. The item drop boosters give you a 30% chance for an item drop, and the gold boosters give you 10 times gold drop. Anyway, the event is going on. Monsters have a chance of dropping these. I use the gold boosters immediately on the liches. And I got nothing out of that. I got no gold out of that. But let me put another totem down so I don't die. But this is how I'm making my gold for now, so that I can fund the leveling on my Night Shadow. So I have to have enough gold to buy these totems. Entering the cube where I get the cube buff also costs 1 million, so I need 2 million every time I get the buff on the Night Shadow and the Titan. So there's 2 million gold that I need, plus however much I need for magic totems, and then however much I need for potions to supplement, like the mana. Now, my current strategy is to keep getting the cube buff on the Titan and farming the gold. And as I do that, I will sell these items off as well. So I'm collecting boosters and gold and selling items for more gold to the NPCs. Now, boosters are important because I'm going to need all the skill point boosters I can get, because when my Night Shadow gets to 110, I will be going and farming a boss monster that gives a massive amount of skill point experience, because I need to farm skill points on the Night Shadow and get it to where its skills are somewhat updated. I need passive skills, and there's a few active skills that I need, so I have to farm that. But the plan is level to 110 on the Night Shadow with the cube buff to get extra XP and skill points, and then as skirt around this dragon here so I don't get killed by him. He won't attack me as long as I don't click on him. I lagged the other day when fighting it with the Night Shadow and ended up getting killed and wiping my buff, so I'm not going to try that again. But he does drop items that I need, so at some point I do want to kill him. But the idea here is to piggyback and use both characters to increase my overall level on the Night Shadow. So there is that. But the boosters I'm going to need are the skill point and the XP boosters mostly. Later on I will need the item drop boosters to try and farm some better gear. But for now I have what I need. And I will see. Oh, there's a gold booster I should have picked up. I didn't see it. But I have what I need for now, and I will see later on how. Let's see if we get 10 times gold. So I got 255,000 gold that time instead of 25,000. So that is good. All the boosters help. But the idea is to farm until this buff runs out. I got 24 more minutes, and then if I can, put some time in on the Night Shadow and go to a dungeon during dungeon time, which dungeon time is you get 50% XP increase, so that will help me level, and I will slowly creep my way to 110. After I've done that and I've farmed all the skill points I need, then I will probably try and level to like 120-ish. And keep on grinding. See, the hardest part of the game is getting to 100's not too bad, but being that I'm not buying a ton of their in-game currency and items, it's hard to level. So getting from 100 to 140 is probably the hardest part. So once I've grinded to 110, my next mission will be to grind on up to 140. The only problem I have with that is getting the cube buff. So as long as I still have someone to funnel me the cube buff every other day or so, I can do that pretty easy. But without that, that's going to make things difficult. So I think the plan is to probably try and force myself to 120 or 125, whatever level gets me some skill upgrades to make me kill faster and some better passive skills on that Night Shadow. Once that is done, then I'm going to probably spend time running what they call the monster combo. Hey look, that dragon disappeared. Good. Don't reappear, you stupid thing. Oh, come on. This is a global boss on this map, and if you kill enough stuff in an area, it will spawn in. It's just annoying. I don't want to kill it because it'll probably kill me, but it's annoying because I have to click around it. And I have to stay pretty close to my totem, otherwise I get smoked pretty bad on this Titan. He said he's not very good. Okay, use the gold booster. And I got no gold drop, but I did get an experience booster drop, so that's good. Experience boosters and skill point boosters are priceless right now. Take advantage of the game event and get as many as I can. Oop, I about clicked on that big dragon. But the monster combo, you set in and you can select which monsters appear in it. You kill the monsters, and after 5 rounds, you get what they call master coins. And you trade you have to buy a box, and then you need 100 master coins to open the box. When you open the box, you get an accessory, and the accessory has a chance of getting getting a seal. They call it a seal. See, like, these accessories have certain seals on them, but they have a seal that could be HP absorption or MP absorption or skill cooldown reduction, so make your skills go faster. And then there's also one that will increase critical hit chance. So you have a stat that says critical, and if you get that high enough, you'll hit crits every time instead of regular hits. With the cube buff, it doesn't matter because you hit deadlies pretty much every hit. There's a skill point booster. So those, I'm looking for HP and MP absorption so that I don't need potions. And as you hit, a portion of your damage gets absorbed back into your health and mana pool, depending on which one you have. So if I can get those, then I'll be set to go ahead and grind on up. But my main mission is the skill point farming, the level 110, then skill point farming, then accessory farming. But I'll probably have to level on up to be able to make that easy enough for me to do it solo. Because you have to have a certain amount of points. It has to be at least 182, I think, before the master coins will drop. So you need higher level monsters in there to run that. And then yeah, I think you only get a few per run, so you're having to do quite a few runs. But that's back to my original comment of I need gold, because it cost you, the way I had it set up, it was going to cost me 1.6 or 1.7 million gold per run. So I'm looking at, you know, per accessory, probably I'm going to have to do, what, 10 runs, 12 runs per accessory, so you're looking at 20 million per run, or per accessory, and trying to, let me buff myself back up here. Trying to farm that with the Night Shadow is going to be a pain, because the monsters that I can kill at the Night Shadow right now for leveling, they don't drop gold or items like these monsters do, and I can't kill them as fast. So that's why I'm gold farming on the Titan, because these monsters die so much faster. And I would just do it on the Night Shadow, but in Less Chaos, once the monster, you're so high compared to the monsters, so the Night Shadow's 102. These monsters are 88 and 90. Once you reach, like, see how these are white named? I'm within 2 levels. But sorry, but if I'm above them by, like, I think it's like 4 or 5, their name turns light blue, and they no longer drop any items. So I cannot gold farm them with the Night Shadow. I gotta get that down before I end up dying again. I got multiple bosses hitting me. bad monsters. But more valuable than even the gold itself are these skill point boosters. They're irreplaceable. You cannot get them in game. You have to buy them through the item mall, and they are very expensive. Now, I did, full disclosure, I did spend $30 on this thing the other day. I figured if I'm one of the few that's playing it and I don't support it, the game's gonna close. So I supported it a little bit, but I probably won't spend any more than that. Also, being that I had a previous account that whenever I originally played this, but I lost it when they did the transfer. I didn't do the transfer quick enough, and I lost my account. So I had all the accessories. I had a 117 Night Shadow that I played then, you know, and I had everything that I needed to go ahead and be successful in hitting 140 and making it through the hard part of the game. After 140, you can do quests to level and different things like that, so as long as you have decent gear, you should be able to grind up pretty easily. Use the skill so I don't accidentally click that monster. But, so I had to start back over since I lost the account. That's okay, because I'm at 101, almost 102. We're only a few levels away from where I was. The only thing that I'm really missing is some of the equipment that I had, which I can reform that, and then I'm missing the accessories that I had. I had absorption accessories on my old account. So we can get those back, and once I get those back and I form a decent set of evasion gear. The Night Shadow has mostly green evasion gear. The pants are not good. They're not evasion, but and the helmet's not so good. But it's good enough to get me by. So as I play, I will remedy that. We'll get it to where 266. We'll get it to where I can at least grind higher stuff, and I have a plan for doing that once I get to 110 and do some farming. So we will get there. But my whole mission is to just see if I can get to 190, the level cap. And if you look right now, my Night Shadow, I'm rank 2 on the ranking. 101, 121 will put me at number 1 Night Shadow on the server. It's not very populated. Not very many people play Night Shadows. Most everyone's playing rogues, which doesn't surprise me. They were always very popular. And then there's a mage that's 190, and another mage that's 183, sorcerer healer. But most of these people that are very high are my Night Shadow's in that guy's guild, 178 sorcerer. But most of the high levels are rogues. I don't know why. Maybe they're easy to solo with. But I've always liked magical AoE style characters, so that's what I end up playing. And I couldn't make the Night Shadow until I had a level 90 character on the account, so I started with the Titan and got him to 90 so that I could create the Night Shadow. And kind of go from there. Now, I put out a patch notes video on Black Desert yesterday, and then tomorrow I'm going to try and have another Black Desert video come out. The 321,000. That's good. The thing with Black Desert is I have a bunch of main quests that I need to run through and burn through. So I'm gonna try and make videos on those, and they're gonna be long and they're gonna be main story quests, so they're probably gonna be boring. But we're gonna go through them. We're gonna do them. And then I also need to make an update video on my progress because I was working on getting enough silver in that game built up to buy a Vel's Heart and increase my AP by 3, but now that the patch notes have said that they've released another way to get more AP and DP on that game, I'm gonna end up getting a +4 when I buy the Vel's Heart, so that'll put me in my next AP DP bracket somewhere around there. my next AP bracket, and then DP will slowly work on as we get Cavers. So I am currently where I need to be at on Black Desert. I just need to put some time in doing main quest to get where it needs to be, to like take it to the next level. Which is good, because it's one of those things where I've put in the underlying work, and as soon as all the pieces fall into place, I will gain like another 3, 4, 5, 6 DP pretty easily. And the first 3 are going to be all at once when I get the Vel's Heart, and then the next one will be from doing a couple of quests. And then once we're in that next bracket, it'll make it a little bit easier to farm stuff, and I'm going to push for getting the HP potion, which I talked about on my last Black Desert update video that I did. And that should make it to where I can grind Elvia Calpheon and get the upgrade materials for the Black Star weapon, and then that will push me up another 3 or 4 AP very quickly. As long as I can farm those materials. So we're getting there on Black Desert. It's just a marathon, not a sprint. Same with this game, though. I mean, I've relatively quickly, I've made decent progress. However, it's mostly stuff where I just got to spend hours killing stuff on the game, and I just don't have that time right now. So I'm getting it in where I can. We got another 10 minutes. But on this buff, and then once this buff is out, then I'm done grinding for the day. I've still got the 2 hours on the Night Shadow. I guess I could go level, but I need to wait for dungeon time because I am going to be leveling in the Trivia Canyon. That's where my next place is going to be to level. So these treasure maps are useful if you go do them. I don't usually. You can get decent stuff out of them, but I just haven't been doing it. So now, if you guys are Black Desert viewers, I appreciate you checking out this video. And I've been holding off on the Black Desert content just because of the fishing event, but I am ready to hit that full force. I've also had a lot of stuff going on outside of game. It's very busy. Fall time's very busy time of year here. Winter it slows down, so I end up sitting inside a lot more, but with fall time, you're getting everything ready for winter around on the farm. So there is that. But this past weekend, which is the reason that I haven't put any videos out, is because in the Midwest, here where I live, whitetail deer hunting season kicked in, and so I've been out hunting. We killed a couple, or harvested, I guess that's what you call it. Either way, we have them hanging up, so we have our, and I've got to go get a couple of more to fill our permits that we got. It helps keep the diseases down when you thin them out. Hunters actually are good, and hunting is a good thing. Plus, full disclosure on that, if you're interested, the price of meat right now is outrageous. So beef is costing a huge amount, which we had some frozen that we got fairly cheap. But, it's a problem. So, for full disclosure, the permits cost... For 3 permits, you can get 1 male whitetail and 2 antlerless ones. So total, it was $33 for the 3 permits, and that's going to give me 3 animals worth of meat to go in the freezer. So it's very cost effective, and it helps keep the population under control so they don't get diseases. Because if the population runs rampant, they get wasting disease, and they'll just die off and waste away. It's bad. It's a bad disease. But that's part of our farm life. We supplement our groceries with wild caught stuff. We do a lot of fishing, and during the seasons, I hunt when I can. Of course, there's other seasons. We could turkey hunt. I didn't make it this year. We didn't end up going. I did get the permits for that. And we own our own lakes and stuff, so you don't need permits fishing on our own lakes. But if you fish outside of your own private land, then you got to have licensing for that. But I don't, since we own the lakes. But we have that. We can freeze, and then, of course, raising your own chickens for eggs. And if you want your own meat, then you can raise your own beef for meat too. But that takes a little bit more. Takes a little bit more effort. But there are other hunting seasons: rabbit, squirrel, and but the main ones are turkey and white-tailed deer here in the Midwest. And they've actually reintroduced here in the state where I'm at. They've reintroduced elk to the environment, so people are starting to see those around. And you can enter a raffle to get permission from the conservation department to actually elk hunt. But there's no guarantee, and the raffle, it's non-refundable, so you're paying money to be in a raffle, and it's not guaranteed that you're going to get to hunt them. So I don't want to base my meat supply off of chance, so I'll stick to the seasons where I'm allowed. But with the way the economy's going, I think it's going to be necessary to even be able to get a supply of meat before long, is to raise your own. And we're going full. I got our chicken coop built. We just didn't get it done in time with everything else that we had to do. I didn't want to have to winter newborn baby chickens, so we're gonna wait till the spring to stock that. But we'll have egg supply next year, and then that'll help out too. Plus, if we have to, we can always raise them for meat. I don't like doing that, but we will if we have to. But enough farm updates and reasons why I haven't been uploading. That is it. I've been doing other stuff. We'll get this guy over here. I try to diversify my time, so I record and upload video game content on YouTube, but I'm also doing farm work during the day, and building stuff, upgrading our house, and during the spring, summertime, then it's growing season, here in the Midwest, so we do a lot of planting and harvesting our plants. So we do that, and then do any infrastructure upgrades. So like in the springtime, I gotta finish putting the runs on the chicken house, and then I have to build a couple of things. I've got a few more projects outside that I have to get done in the springtime. But we'll be having goats, so I have to get their pen put up, and then I have to get our greenhouse put up so that we can start all of our seedlings. Let me use this gold booster. So there is a lot of work to be done, but I try to also diversify. I don't want to throw away my degree, so I'm trying to get back into computer programming again, which I think I'm going to try and do that a lot this winter. if I can get that settled, then what I'll do is I'm gonna dive into Android, I believe. Hey, look, a skill point booster. That's what we're here for. Five this time. We farmed 5. That's pretty good. But I want to dive headfirst into Android and maybe C# programming, which is a language if you're not familiar with that. It's a computer language used to build stuff. C# will be good because then I can use Unity and do graphical programming, and Android is a decent platform for that, but I can use the game engines to build my own games for Android, and my own apps, my own graphical apps, which would be good. But between that and YouTube, and then diving back into the fitness world, get myself back into shape, because that's kind of fallen downhill. I put that on the back burner for everything else, because my gym equipment kind of got covered up by using storage. So it's just been a crazy journey for the last year, but we're making progress. After I get done recording this, I have to spend some time doing cleaning, basically. My house is a mess because my weight room got turned into a storage room for construction materials, because we had an entertainment center built into the side of our house. It was like a little wall that was put up in the corner to make a corner for an old style entertainment system, and I ripped that out and I have turned it into a pantry. And see how slow I kill without that buff. So I gotta roll, and we can't be doing this. But this thing will keep me alive until I teleport out of here. So now I have a big nice pantry. It's all sheetrocked. I just have to finish mudding the sheetrock and paint it. But the construction materials have kind of taken over the house, so I have to clean all that mess up now that I'm done with it, and sort through stuff and just kind of get it out of the house, to get our space back. Okay, so we got a couple of things we got to do. I am going to spend 1,000,000 silver and identify this rogue helm. If I can figure out where to buy them from. Are you the guy that... No, you're an armor trader. You don't sell that stuff. Where do I buy this from? Bear with me. I haven't bought stuff in this. That's not it. Will this guy sell me stuff? No. 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 What about this guy? Somewhere in here, we used to... You know what? Enough of this. We're going to Randall. Randall it is. Okay, so the guy I was looking for is over here. Scroll Trader Gerald. I need one of these golden magnifying glasses, which cost 1,000,000 silver. Minus 10% for being in a guild. So what I do is I open this up, I drop this little guy in here to identify secret properties, and we get to see if we got a good one or a bad one. We got an absolute awful one. I was hoping for blue 6 with skill cooldown reduction, because they're worth something. Now, all this junk in here might make my 990 back, but I doubt it. Rid of that. Alright, cool. So I got 9 million. I keep a couple million silver on the Titan. I still have 11 of those silver magic things, so I can not have to buy those yet, so I can buy those on the next round. But all this junk I dump in storage for the Night Shadow. And tool aids I use elsewhere. I need to deposit 7 million. So I got 2.3 million on here. I got enough stuff to grind for 110 more minutes. Almost 2 hours. That's fine. If I go to withdraw, I got 23 million in here that I've farmed. I've got 50 skill point boosters that I've farmed. And a bunch of effort scrolls, so those will come in handy. We've got 8 heaven stones, which are upgrade. I need like 100 million of those. 7 drop boosters, 11 of those. Moonstone boxes, 10 moonstones, so that's good. We got 9 skill point boosters. So the boosters are looking good, and the silver is looking good. The other thing that I do... What are these guys saying? Whatever. The lock-a-ball is where we use these tickets. So I could do this and try and get these other exchange things, or I can just do this. And I usually do this for the Jewel Fusion scrolls with the chance of getting a level 5 or level 4 jewel box. I don't know if that's good or bad, but it's probably better than getting greater mana potions and candies. Because the Jewel Fusion scrolls are helpful. I need them to fuse the jewels together to get high level jewels. Plus, the more I do this, the more chances I have of getting a higher level jewel box. And these Chaos Fusion, I need these either way. You put jewels in these things sockets. See, I have a turquoise level 3 in here. The Night Shadow has some HP increases, so you want HP increases, and you want defense increases, and you want weapon damage increases. So there's certain jewels that you want. But what you can do is take all these lower level ones and combine them. So you want lots and lots of these Jewel Fusion scrolls. Especially if you're a free-to-play player, you just roll it over and over and over again until you get something good. But that is what I do on here. I don't have just a guy playing Last Chaos. So with the moonstones that I've collected, I'll take these and go use the moonstone statue. And I get potions and stuff to help me grind, so there's that. I'm saving these last 2 or 3 upgrade stones to make a really high plus weapon for the Night Shadow when I get higher level. But that's all I got for Last Chaos. I know it's like a 40-minute video. It's long as can be. But I kind of wanted to talk about all that stuff anyway. So that's what you get. I will be on and off, but I'm going to go do what I got to do away from the computer, and then try and record Black Desert for tomorrow. So enjoy. And as always, until next time.